Okay, they're at the grandparents' place. I couldn't believe it. I think they just pulled up from the beach. Okay. Now I gotta remember where it is. 06. Two, 106. Here. All right, folks. So I'm still in Mississippi. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, my phone's charged. Good. Ah. So, I had a nice visit with a couple of my relatives. I was here at 2 o'clock, so I had like a 4-hour nap. Let's go back this way. So I didn't go to a hotel or anything, I just took a nap. So they have gas pretty cheap on this road. That's why I stayed in this area. You go on a highway and they add a lot of money. So I can get some for $2.70 just by going across the street. Okay. The shell, I think, is what? 270 also? Yeah, it's 269 now. Yeah. Oh, look at that limousine. Wow. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's at 16 millimeters. You see the front part of the hood. I just put the camera up a little bit. Okay. So I'm going back. I'm going to look at some graves and stuff, do some picture taking and stuff. And I might eat some breakfast at the Waffle House. I'm going to eat it near the gravesite. Oh. I gotta do this too. Clear it. So I just filled up the car. I'm ready to go back. So I'm going to take some pictures of my father-in-law, grandfather, grandmother, and the grave sites where my wife's relatives are going to be buried. The Uncle Bobby that also lives there, he's ex-military, so what's going to happen is he's going to be married at cemetery with his wife, my Aunt Terry. So the family plot, they were worried because, well, now the family won't be together. And I says, well, you know, when you die, your soul will be in heaven, so it doesn't really matter. But what they did was they just added the names. Even if they're not going to be buried, they added the names. So that's all that. Oh. I went to one, I looked at another one, they were completely full. I went around here, they were full. I says, you know what, I'll do what I do at the rest stop. I'm just going to go to sleep. So I'm going to go all the way down here, and go down Ocean Drive. And, you know, show you a little bit of what's going on. Usually I'm on the road now, but I'm not worried too much with the traffic, because this is kind of like casinos over here, so they're up all night, they're sleeping. That's why you don't see many cars. Turn that on. 45. So this is Gulfport. This is the one I should have gone down, 49. It's been a while. It's been about over, let's see, 2017. Yeah, I think it was here in July, so it's been 5 years. But it's coming back. Yeah, I slept pretty good. quite a lot of Waffle Houses here. So they're like the old breakfast restaurants, but they're 24 hours. They take us, it's a smaller building, so you get on top of the stools or for the counter. It's kind of like a counter style service, okay? So you get personal with the cooks and the, of course, the servers. They have some good food too. So you see where I went and got gas. You see the $2.70, but then if you don't have a credit card, then they put it, they just add 7 cents. I went to Circle K. Alright. Yeah, I had it pointing down for some reason, so you can see some birds flying because we're right next to the ocean. So the CBs are located here for the Navy, and so that's where my wife's granddad was with. He retired from the Navy. Her uncles were civil engineers, okay, that worked for the government. And very interesting family, very high-tech people. Well, I would say her uncle is, and then her dad had a lot of jobs, but he was working with people that, car dealers and stuff. They weren't telling the people, factually, and he didn't like that. Called up on them, and either he quit or he was fired because he felt obligated to tell the truth, and he just couldn't believe it. So, okay, down a little bit more. I'm almost there. This is going to downtown Gulfport. I like it. It's wide open. All right, there's railroad tracks. I'm going to bring him by the beachfront. But here's a car vlog for you. I can go up and down these streets, no problem. Alright, and I messed up, I think. I should have gone a little bit further. But that light's kind of long too, so I'm going to go this way. They got a casinos right here. I'll be making a left. There's the Case Bank. Alright, let's see how long this light lasts. Okay, not bad at all. So Katrina came here and blew just about everything down at Long Beach. A lot of buildings here. They built it back up, so it's looking good. But you'll see a lot of for sale signs, and the insurance is so high, people can't afford to live here. is Beach Boulevard. So you saw a little bit of the Gulf. And again, this lane. So here's the casinos and the hotels. So it's really a deep port, but for people on the beach, they made it waist high where you can walk out for about a mile. And then it drops off dramatically. It's a real nice place. So the closest to remind me. So I went here. They were completely full at the Holiday Inn Express, and I couldn't believe it. So I went down here a little bit, and they have another inn. This big building. Well, I didn't know how to get in there, and it was real dark. This building to the right, Tuscan Villas, European Villa Flat. So it might be apartments, okay? And then they have some type of inn over here too, and they were filled. So I gave up. I could have gone down 49, gone from one place to the other, and I says, well, why pay like $100 for just about 4 to 6 hours? So I just found a parking lot. It was dark, and I just took a nap. Just like I do at a rest area. That's what I do. You just take a 2-hour nap. In this case, it was 4 hours for me. I feel refreshed. I slept real good. So you can see a little bit of the seaside. Well, maybe not, but I'll do one of these numbers. Get in this lane. And this is what I do. What I like is they got these U-turns everywhere. Oh. Truck guy's right here. Now let me go. Here's the beach. Welcome to the Gulf. And you saw a little bit of the harbor. So Del Monte used to be at the end of that pier. I don't know if they're still there. They can load grain and other products. They can put stuff on the train. Here's Long Beach. So there's a new house being built on stilts. We'll be going by the University of Mississippi shortly. But I love the look of the homes here. Very nice, wonderful kept community. And they, like I said before, they keep voting out the for casinos to come in, and then it keeps coming back every year. But once they agree to it, and the casinos and stuff come in, they can't get rid of it. But look how pristine this beach is. And the casinos, their parking lots are full of people and gamblers. And the business community thought it would help them, but all the people spent their money gambling and staying in that. They didn't venture out to these restaurants. And then with Katrina, and then came the pandemic, a lot of them just, closed. So they, I forget the big storm that they had in the 60s. It blew a ship over here, all the way to my right, and then they just made a convenience store out of it. But what it was selling like T-shirts and stuff like that. It was an oddity, but when Katrina hit, that was gone. So. Alright, I think the main, let's see, downtown Long Beach, okay? So they have a cemetery by the railroad tracks. And the reason why I'm starting here is because I don't know exactly where it is. It's close to their house, but not quite. So what they did was they're renting out the old house that the grandparents lived in, and they divided it by fourths, the lots. So the aunt and uncle that I talked to last night are next door, and they really did a nice job on that place. It was unreal. They're going to sell their house in Vicksburg. They're going to just keep this as a rental, and they're building a house. Sisters going to live together. So I thought that was pretty interesting too. Okay. So railroad tracks, they have and look at all the nice, pretty shops down here. They got a bank, of course, and doctors, and a Sonic. They're starting to get some stuff. Okay. And let's see, is it by the railroad tracks? Okay. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Go across railroad tracks and then go on the railroad stuff. And I think they have car wash here. Yes, I used them one time, and they were excellent. But this is Sunday morning, folks, and no one is up. Okay, so I'm looking for cemetery. And they have it next to the railroad tracks. And they gave me a good idea where they're located. So once I see it, yep, I see it. Alright, I messed up. You know what? I can make a turn around. Alright, what I'll do is I'll just go straight and then make a left and then come back. So, Julie's dad is buried here. We had a good relationship. We talked to each other. I showed him about computers, building them, and we had a lot of things in common. Came down to see him. He came down to see me. And then he had seizures, epileptic seizures, and he had one at the grocery store, and they couldn't do anything for him. He died. And I just talked to him on Saturday. But That was quite a while back. I think 2021, you know, right after the pandemic. And then my parents' cells were going downhill too. Yeah, here's the cemetery. Okay. It's at the second gate. Okay, so what I'm looking for is a dog. They said the second gate, so I don't know. Wow. Okay. I'm looking for Welch. Yep, I see it. I see it. Okay. I'll park the car here. And I will be right back. This is the back part. So you see that brown dog? That's where Julie's dad is buried. And then you see our daughters and our sons. Okay, and on the other side is grandpa, or grandma. So I'll be right back. I'll take some pictures, do a quick video, and I can add that to this.